What's up, guys? Just a few quick notes on what's going on with the BMW. Since the last time I talked to it, had a misfire. So what I did is basically just I bought for a very good price. Even I talked to my mechanic and he said, "Oh wow, if you can get it for that price, do it." Which is rare because usually a mechanic will say, "Oh, I don't trust that place" or whatever, blah blah. $200 plus shipping. I got all new coil packs, all new spark plugs. Car runs completely better, instantly. So that's done. Put in some seafoam just for the hell of it, and it seems to be running better. I'm just popping no codes now. I mean, cross my fingers, everything works fine. The heat works great. The heated seats are fine. I was just driving it today with the top down while it was in the 50s, and I had the heated seat on and the heat blasting me, so it was fantastic. So let's talk about Koni. The Koni Active Shocks I had installed are fantastic. They seem to stiffen up really well if your car loses traction, and on purpose, and like say you're going around a corner and you give it some gas. It's just the shocks just stiffen up, and it's like dead stiff. It's so controllable compared to how the car was. The car felt dangerous before. When I bought it used, I didn't think about the suspension. I just didn't think about it. I was mesmerized by the power of the N54 engine, and it wasn't even tuned yet or anything. So that's that done. Koni already sent me, boom, fitted. Well, you can't see it, but it's Koni. They sent me the check straight to me, and it's been about a month. So they are a trustworthy company as far as rebates go. I sent them just barcodes. It was supposed to be one barcode because I bought the set, but it didn't work out that way. So I just sent them all. I just sent all the barcodes. I'm like, I don't even know if I wrote them a note. I think I did. I said, I know I'm supposed to, I thought there was supposed to be one barcode, but here's all the barcodes. It's all legit. Here you go. This is the company I bought it from. Boom, done. No questions asked. They never called me or anything. There it is, 50 bucks. Money well spent. The labor, they also gave me a deal on the labor. It was pretty good. So that's the deal with the BMW. I had to put air in the tires today because it got really cold, and for whatever reason, that seemed to send the car into a low pressure tire warning. And I went to I visited 3 different places. One it was broken. One didn't even fit for some ungodly known reason. So I put money in the machine, tried to put air in my tire, ended up letting more air out of the tires. So stupid. Got out of there, went to one place, it was broke, completely broke. Then I finally visited the one that's great. Like, it says exact air on it. You set the PSI, and then you plug it in, and it will automatically stop. So it's great. So once I did that, the car rode like wow. Like, I'm like, wow, like this is how it's supposed to drive. Because normally run flats are very stiff. So now that I overinflated the tires just by a few PSI, and I got the new shocks, the car rides very stiff. It handles ridiculous. It corners ridiculous. For a 2009 car, it's old. So I'd say it actually probably has less body roll than the WRX going around the corner for sure. It pulls so much G's. Like, if you have things in the car, especially like a water bottle like this just sitting here in the middle, and you turn a corner, you don't feel the G's because you're holding on to the steering wheel, but everything else feels the G's because it goes flying across a car like no one's business. And I also want to talk about these fiascos going on with the Ford GT, all the Mustang ticks and this and that. Guys, I mean, why are you accepting rebuilds? Just have them buy back the vehicle. It's junk. They haven't figured it out. and it's been a fact that they haven't figured it out, because a lot of people have gotten long blocks, they've gotten short blocks, and they still get the tick. So it's like, it's a lemon, guys. Almost all the engines that tick are lemons. And Ford knows it, and they're just not addressing it to the public, but they know shit's going down. And I know people that are in love with their Mustang GT so much so that they're dealing with the tick, and they're just like, well, I'm just gonna drive it until it blows up. Now I understand that makes sense. That definitely makes more sense than a few people who say they love the car so much it's their dream car. You know, they've worked, say, 10 years saving up for this car. I don't know if they gave a crap if it was a 17 or an 18, but they got the 18, and it ticks pretty bad. So you know cylinder scoring is going on for a fact. That's not good. Who knows what that's going to cause down the road, because one guy's actually opting to just drive it. Like, he's tired of being without it, so they changed cam, phasers, or whatever, this and that. It did nothing. Of course not, because this dumb place didn't know what the hell they were doing. They should have known they were just wasting this guy's time and their own time. So it's like, guys, try to just have Ford buy the vehicle back. Your resale value is going to be junk. If Carfax shows a rebuild engine, and then your mileage isn't going to properly add up, or whatever it's going to do, it's just, your resale is not going to be good. So you own the car for life until it literally just is just a pile of garbage. And who wants to own a car? Like, you're going to get sick of a car. I mean, I get sick of any car after a certain amount of time. Like, if I own a car for like 5 years, pretty much, even if I love it to death, I'm probably going to want to get rid of it, because now it depends on how awesome the car is. If we're talking about a BMW that you can modify and make fast and fix little things here and there to make it run like new, that's different, because you love everything about the car and you want to keep it running on the road. Okay, but that's gonna have its own costs. If you drive in a car that, like, you know, has problems that no one can fix, that's a whole completely different situation. Like with the WRX, I was getting tired of driving manual, and I just felt, you know what, if something goes in this car, I'm not gonna want to fix it. So I just got rid of it. I'm like, I wasn't putting enough mileage on it to even warrant the price I paid. I wish I would have just gotten a BMW right from the get-go and dealt with the upkeep costs back then, because maybe I got luckier back then. When I first, because I laid down cash for the WRX. Here's $23,500 out the door, done. If I would have paid like even $14,000 then for, like, say, my car, or maybe even cheaper, and then had money to fix it, I'd have a sick BMW right now, guys. And mine's, you know, good enough, but I've already had to do repairs to it. So you see what I'm saying? Like, I would have rather have invested $5,000 even into making this BMW run better than drive the WRX for 8 months and go stage 2 and waste money. I wasted so much money going stage 1, stage 2. You know, I bought this, I bought that, I bought this. It's just, and I got nothing for it. It just went straight out the door. And I did get the Cobb access port back, and I got basically what I paid for it, so that's cool. But the BMW's tuner is cheap. It's only $150, and then you pay an extra, I don't know, $29. I forget what it is exactly if you want like an E30 tune, and then if you want like an E50 tune, it does require you to do some modifications. So that's what I'm not willing to do. There's just no reason for it. I'm happy with like an E30. That's okay. Which is basically 4 gallons of E85 on top of 93. So, and if you want to go back to 93, just run the tank out and then go back. you know, when your gas light comes on, run to the gas station, and then just fill it up with 93, stick in the retune, you're done. So that's my updates. Although my friend's WRX did have a misfire, and it's running like crap. And see, unlike my misfire ran like crap for 2 minutes. Just you could, the whole engine just sound like it sounded terrible. And then it went away, and I drove home completely fine. As long as I didn't hammer on it, it ran perfectly fine. And it didn't run as slow as when it was in that half, you know, performance mode, because that usually means something's broke, like a charge pipe has cracked. So the car's literally getting half power, or the turbos are like off. That's really what it felt like. It felt like the turbos were doing nothing. So, but his is non-stop. That means his coil pack probably is dead. It's not. And maybe with mine, it was more so the spark plug, so it just wasn't working properly if you gave it too much boost. So it couldn't do its job to the fullest extent because maybe of corrosion or whatnot. So replacing the coil packs and spark plugs at once, I'm trying to eliminate all the possibilities of why it misfired in the first place. And it hasn't misfired since. I haven't really fully blasted the car ever since the misfire because I've just been so scared. But I did get on it enough to where I was spinning the tires, so let's just put it that way. But I haven't really given it the full beans, but I will soon. And then I'll let you know what happens. And I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. You know, I got my Koni check. I got the BMW right now, I would say, is running at close to full capacity. That's about it. I guess I'll see you in the next video. And I just wish these Ford GT guys would wise up a little bit. And if you have the TikTok crap, just get rid of it. Just have them do a buyback and just buy something else. I don't know. I know people, you know, they just want, they're like addicted to these muscle cars. Like, there's so many better options out there. Honestly, for the price of the Mustang, you could get. Now, I'm not, and I'm not loyal to BMW by any means, but I love the way they drive. So it's like you could get a BMW 240. You know, here in the States, I don't know about the 140. I don't really see the 140. That might be European spec only, but I know the 240 is. I drove the 240 and it's fast. Trust me, it's fast. It may not be Mustang GT fast, okay, but I'm sure you could mod it if you really wanted to. But really, then again, you don't want to screw with BMW's warranty. Let's just put it that way. But you know, you could just lease one and see what you feel like. You know, go test drive some cars, guys. Your car is clearly ticking, and it's either gonna keep ticking and then be a ticking time bomb, or they're gonna want to replace your engine, and then your resale value is gonna tank anyways. So it's like, should you? I've heard from some reputable people that the Chevy SS, or not, you don't have to get the SS, but you just whatever V8 is in the Camaro handles better than the Ford, because it's based on the Cadillac platform, and it just has a better ride. I don't know. It just has an overall better ride. Ford's ride has only been improved since the 2015, so who knows what they need to dial in. But they used to have the live axle, and I've been in a friend's live axle. It's okay. You know, as long as you don't drive out of, you know, insanely, it seemed fine. I didn't seem. I drove it a little bit. I didn't seem to. I didn't like give it gas and, you know, just let off the clutch. I didn't do that. But I did floor it from, you know, first and second, and it didn't get all squirrely on me. So I don't know. Some of these guys I think some of these guys just drop the clutch and go for it, and those are the guys that end up in the trees and curb shit. So I don't know, or maybe they're just terrible drivers. I really couldn't tell you. If I feel any slippage in the rear, I just let off the gas, boom, and that's that. I don't give the gas. I don't try to oversteer or understeer. I don't, you know, once that rear end kicks out, I don't try to give it more gas to keep on going. I basically have fun in the safest possible way. And so far, now that I've had the stiffer suspension, well, when it stiffens up, and now that I have the tire pressure harder, boy, is it predictable. It just goes. It almost doesn't even feel like it wants to go left or right. It just feels like it just wants to peel out and go straight, which is very interesting. Because I did give it gas today. I went around a corner and I gassed it, and it didn't really break loose until I straightened out. And then it broke loose, but it was weird. It just stayed dead straight. It just went straight. All right, guys, peace out. Any updates on my friend's WRX, I will let you know. Hopefully it just needs a coil pack. I don't know. But that's what he thinks he needs, and it should be under warranty. So peace out.